Hi there, you guys. I bought a box of bare root shade perennials, mostly hostas, but also some toad lilies and a Brunnera. I think that's everything. But I ordered a couple of shade perennials because I want to create a container garden that has shade perennials for my covered back porch. Our covered back porch has this stone area that I literally don't know what it's for. I cannot tell you what it was for. I'm thinking that maybe one day it used to have been flower beds, but then once they put on a roof structure over it, they made it solid. So it's basically like two stone benches. And I want to cover it with terracotta pots and put some shade perennials over there because that's the only thing I can grow over there because it's going to be full shade. It's an area that we have junked up for far too many years and I want to plant it up and make it something pretty. So I went out and purchased 13 terracotta pots so that we'll have matching pots. And we're going to pot up these bare root perennials, put them into my grow room, and then let them grow on and then put them out for display underneath the shade porch. I personally just like to start my bare root perennials in pots and then plant them outside. One, I know that they lived or if they died. If I just plant them out in the landscape, sometimes I forget and they'll just rot in the ground and I won't know what's there or if anything was there. Two, I've just had better luck with them that way. The only thing that I pretty much directly plant out are bulbs. So like lily bulbs and stuff like that, I will obviously just plant right out. But if it comes from a bare root, in particular, if it hasn't sprouted yet, I will then soak those roots and then plant the plant in a pot and grow it on in my grow room until it grows to a nice size and then plant it out into the landscape. But you can totally plant these out into the landscape if you wanted to. I'm just planting these into a container because honestly, they're going to live in a container. I don't know if I'm ever going to plant these out in the landscape. Maybe one day they'll make it there, but for right now, that's the plan. And this is what we have to work with. I ordered these all on clearance from Tulip World and HollandBulbFarms.com. And yeah, let's get into what we've got. The first thing is I've got a mixed bag of hostas. This is 5 hostas. I just went ahead and put these into some water because I didn't see any signs of growth on them. And normally if I have bare root plants and there's no signs of growth, I will go ahead and soak them. The next thing that we have is some toad lilies. I have an Empress toad lily right here, Tojen toad lily right here, and then a set of mixed toad lilies right here. Oh, and another Tojen toad lily. So 2 Tojen toad lilies. I also have an Alexander's Great Brunnera, and that's what we have right here. Toad lilies, hosta, and a Brunnera. I thought I remembered correctly, but I wasn't sure. Now let's open these up, pot them up, and see what condition these roots are in. Because I'll be honest, sometimes buying clearance bare root plants, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sometimes they come dried out and you just feel like you wasted your money. I don't really ever feel that way with this particular company because they do have a 100% grow guarantee. And I have gotten the refund from them before and it was not a big deal at all. But sometimes you get great things and they're already showing growth. Like this Brunnera already has growth in its bag somewhere. I saw it. And then I saw this toad lily has some growth coming out as well. Same with that toad lily. There's something so luxurious about starting off with brand new pots. Right, Ella? We love when we have brand new pots to plant in. See. Okay, I want to start on a good note. So let's open up this Alexander's Great Brunnera first. Because I saw some growth in here. Brand new growth on it right there. Nice healthy roots. New growth right there as well. So there's 3 new growth points off of this. How deep does this get planted? Planting depth 1 to 2 inches. Alright, so I'm just going to leave a little bit of soil in the bottom. Put this in here. Oh, and I should probably label this too, because I definitely won't know what it is. Also, I keep all of this stuff that it was packaged in. Why waste organic material? I can just mix this into my soil and use it to pot up the rest of these plants. It's good enough to store them in. It should be good enough to plant them in and get them started at least. I have wanted a Brunnera for so long, but they're so expensive. Stores. And this was only $5.49, I want to say. And it's already sprouting, so I feel like I'm going to have good luck with this. All right, had to switch cameras because the battery died on my other one that I normally only use when I'm filming inside. No problem though. Next, let's open up this Tojen toad lily. It says that this gets planted 1 to 2 inches deep as well. I've never grown toad lilies before. Oh my gosh, that doesn't look like much of anything. Am I crazy? What? That's it? That's it. Okay. Okay, well, we're gonna plant it and we're gonna see, but I would have just thought that there would have been more roots than that. Who knows, though? We'll give it a shot before we put in a request for a refund, because I have a feeling that's what's gonna have to happen with that. But like I said, I've never grown a toad lily, so maybe the roots are just kind of like that. We'll kind of be able to tell because I've ordered plenty of more toad lilies where we can judge it against that one. I'll be sure to put up a picture of what these are supposed to look like, because I honestly don't remember. All I remember was that I ordered a pink toad lily and a purple toad lily. This is another Tojen toad lily, so I guess I bought 2 of this one. It looks very similar. There's some green growth on the top, very few roots, but they don't look bad. It's just small. Maybe these just have small root systems. I don't really know. Leave a comment down below if you have any experience growing toad lilies from bare root, because I don't. I've grown a lot of things from bare root, but toad lilies is not one of them. I have a little bit more faith in that one because it's a little bit greener, but I don't know if that really means much of anything at this point. And I always use a garden marker because I've learned that lesson before. These don't last forever, but they will definitely make it through a season, 2, sometimes even 3. Oh my God, wait. Is that just a sprout of one, or is that just like a second root? That has like roots on it, kind of. I think I should plant this up too. I think I'm gonna put it in the pot with the one that didn't look great, and we'll just see if anything happens, you know? It's a bonus. Sometimes there are little bonus plants in there. You just kind of have to be careful when you unpackage it, because they'll be hidden in there. It's happened to me before with this company for sure. And sometimes they leave out the whole bare root. That's happened to me before too, I'm not gonna lie. Like literally I've ordered something and it was just an empty package, like it rotted inside the package or something. Like I just spent $7 on dirt, but they always make it right. And I'm not affiliated or sponsored or anything with them. All right, and then this is the mixed bag of toad lilies, which I want to say was from another website. Like those were probably from Tulip World, and this is probably from Holland Bulbs. We'll see how these look. That one looks like it's got a sprout, a little bit of roots, sprout, roots. And this one looks big, but truly the top of it does not look good. Like this crown looks rotten. This looks rotten. This looks rotten. Okay, I'm gonna take off some of this dead on it. Ooh, this isn't good. Oh no. Yeah, I don't know how this one's gonna fare. I don't know. We'll plant it up and see, but I really don't have a lot of faith in that one. But yep, that's 3 toad lilies for sure. One having an extremely small root system. Yeah, and that's it. I will pot those up as well. Okay, and then this is that last toad lily, the Tricyteris, Empress. The Empress, I think Tricyteris is the scientific name for toad lilies. That one looks so much healthier. Why does that one look so good? This is what you really want to look for, not the other ones, but we will see and have some faith in planting and see if they wake up and sprout, because these are dormant and you never know. You never know. I bought things from bare root that are literally just roots, no sprouts at all or anything, even at the end of the season, and they grew. The number one thing you want to look for when you're buying bare root perennials at the end of the season is some growth, because they've been sitting there. But if you don't see that, it's not the end of the world, and technically it could be worth risking it. I probably wouldn't if I was like picking it up at the store, but I might if it was something like rare and on super clearance, you know? But this is really what you want to be looking for, is something that looks so promising. Like that's already off to a good start. which at this point in the season, that's exactly what you want to be seeing from your perennials. They should have sprouted by this point, even in unideal conditions, even in the bag, they should have sprouted. Label that one. What was that one? It was like, it was the special one, Empress. Now let's get to these bare root hostas. Some of them did have a bit of sprouting on them, but most of them did not. This is one, it has a sprout. That's great. This is two, no sprouting, but it does look really healthy. And I do see a nice crown, which is what you want to see from a hosta bare root, is a crown that is not mushy. This crown looks pretty good. Looks like it's got good roots. I don't see any growth on it, but it looks good. Same for this one. Don't see any growth on it, but the crown looks good and the roots look good as well. Same for this one and same for this one. And I think I got a bonus plant in this because I'm pretty sure this was only supposed to be 5 hostas and this is 6. So can't ever complain about that. I'm gonna go ahead and pot these all up really quickly and that'll be the end of this video. We'll just go ahead and put these in the grow tent. Make sure to water them in very, very well. And then I'm probably not going to water them again until I start seeing growth out of them, unless the pots seem really, really dry, and then I might give them just a little bit of water. But usually that's how I do my bare root plants, is just water them in deeply that initial time and then do not water again until you see growth, because if you just keep watering them, they will rot. And I just placed that crown right at soil level with a hosta. That's normally how I plant them. It's always nice buying things that are like bare root and mixed, because it's so exciting to see them grow in, because I don't know what I got, you know what I mean? But the one thing that's bad about that is then when people ask me, hey, what variety is that? I'm like, I don't know, because I literally bought it as a mixed pack and there are no variety names. So that's the only downfall of it, in my opinion. Particularly when it comes to something like hosta and it's just like a sea of greens and yellows and whites anyways. I don't really care which one I get. I just want them to be pretty and mixed. And I feel like hostas are something that, like, you can't get a hosta that clashes with another hosta. Maybe I'm wrong, but they all seem to just play nice together in the landscape, even if you go willy-nilly with them and just pick up a ton without any foresight as far as variety goes, or trying to make them look nice. They just end up always looking nice. Wow, I literally had just enough terracotta pots for this project. Literally. And I ordered thinking that I had a couple extra, but I guess because we had an extra in one of those pots, I did not have an extra pot, which is fine by me. Just glad I had enough. All done. And they are all tucked in right beside the seedlings that we planted yesterday. Hopefully these all wake up. I'll be sure to give you guys a progress report on it as soon as they really start to awaken. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys around for whatever video I come up with for next time. Bye guys. Until then, I'm gonna be dreaming of hostas and toad lilies.